What can you expect in a psychic reading with me? I'm going to share with you a few things that you can expect and how to prepare yourself to come. So first off, I set the intention every time that I do a meeting with any client that I'm receiving the best, most loving, most useful, most clear information for you for right now. This is information you can apply in your immediate life that applies to now and your immediate future. You also receive a recording. I send these out on every Friday. This recording of your session allows you to revisit it in a week or a month, because what I have found, and many of my clients see, the information tends to unfold, blossom, if you will, over the course of the next weeks or months. Because whether you do a shorter session with me or longer, whether we meet once a week or just one time and that's it, the information has a way that it builds on itself and unfolds, because what we are doing together is opening your consciousness, changing your consciousness to allow you to have greater access to that which you desire to improve and enhance your life. I have a background as a teacher and a life coach, and so I bring those things into my sessions with you to help present the information in a way that is easily accessible for you. That being said, I always recommend that if you're able, after the session, that you give yourself 10 or 15 minutes to write down your notes about what came up in session, journal about it, meditate about it, take a walk and reflect on it. Often what you'll find is there's enough information that while you will have clear, actionable steps to use right away, there's also things that you want to start letting your mind play with, letting your energy field experience. Because even though change can happen in an instant, your brain and your whole being needs time to acclimate and integrate this information. I don't use a pendulum or tarot cards in session, even though they are wonderful tools. I close my eyes and receive information from your spirit guides, from the universe, from your energy field that is custom for you. This is why I don't use those other tools, because I am able to get information that's exactly what you need, that like clicks into place for you, and or that fits for multiple scenarios in your life. I find God, the universe, however you perceive of the creator of everything, provides me with elegant answers, guidance, information, and solutions for you. Mental frameworks, mantras, homework. There's all different kinds of information that clients will receive from me. And it's all exactly what's most useful for you at this time that you can use to grow and blossom. The other thing is, so I'm not able to access information that you're scared to receive or that you don't want to receive. So anything that I receive is something that on some level you are willing to hear and be aware of. Also, even though I know that what I am receiving is so accurate, I always remind people, you are in charge of your life. You get to decide what you do with this information. Even if your spirit guides or the universe, God is saying this is what you need to know, you still get to decide, do you want to do anything about it right now? Sometimes you might need time to warm up to the idea. Sometimes you might feel like your life is following one path, and to turn to the other path, you need to make some changes. I respect that you need to decide how to work with this information and what to keep and what to discard. Also, when you're working with me, if you want to ask more, like go deeper into whatever that it is that I'm sharing with you, you can ask me. It's not a monologue when we meet together. It can be a back and forth conversation, because I want to know, is this information making sense to you? Am I explaining in a way that connects for you? And if you need me to go deeper, I want you to tell me that. I want to know, because I can look deeper. But for me, it's much like reading a book. I have to read page 1 before I get to page 2. And I don't know what's on page 2 until I finish telling you what's on page 1. The other thing that I want to share is, although I am a psychic, you need to be comfortable enough to ask the question that you want to know. If you have a burning question in your mind, I always say, ask that early on. Don't wait to see if I come up with it, to see if I answer it, because what your spirit guides and creator has in mind for you that they're telling me to share may not be your most burning question. So if you have a burning question, ask it right away. Many people find that they like writing down their questions beforehand so that you can stay focused. And also, it's perfectly fine to come into session with me and say, here are 5 things that I'm working on in life. Please help me. Because also what I find is, even though for your experience, it feels like those 5 things are all separate, you're the person in common. And I'm quite often able to give you guidance and answers that affect multiple areas of what your questions are, and often all of those areas, so that you walk away with guidance and answers to how to deal with all of these things. It's an incredible feeling. And I love when people reach back out to me and say, oh my gosh, this happened and everything worked out so great, just like you said it would. And since we met, these other things have happened. Like, I'm having new ideas. I met this new person. I work with people not just to give you answers so that then you can like put your answers on a shelf like you would a book, but so that you can take action in your life, so that you can move forward with practical steps and guidance. And the last thing I'll say is, many people find that a big benefit of working with me is that you feel truly seen. And I affirm, what are your gifts? What are the things you're really great at? What are your assets and the things working for you? Because sometimes it's hard to tell when you're living your life, what are the things you're really good at? Or you might have had a really hard time recently and started to forget how much you've done, how good you're doing for yourself, for those around you. I can see when I work with a client, if they've been doing a lot of personal growth work or healing, sometimes if it's therapy or whatever other modalities they're doing to grow and improve themselves, I can see how far along they are on the healing journey and all of the work that they've done. And it's very impressive. This covers the highlights of what you get in a session with me. You can book sessions with me on my website. The link is in my bio here. And you can also see my Google reviews. I have close to 100 Google reviews. Maybe by the time you see this, there will be more than 100. On my YouTube channel, I have real client sessions posted. Clients who said, yes, you can share my session with the world so that people know what it's like to work with a psychic for business or for love. Most of those clients came to me for business and career, and I helped give them guidance in those areas so that they could grow and flourish and have even more of their dreams coming true in their lives. Wishing you all the best, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.